Spooky Highway.
Greetings, cats and kittens. Welcome once again to Baggy Hi-Fi, this YouTube channel devoted to record collecting and the vinyl community here in the UK. Welcome to this latest video. Fairly short one, but one very appropriate for this time of year. I'm not going to call it a Halloween special because Halloween is just a sort of capitalist takeover these days. I was at the shops this Wednesday and Halloween products were on one side and Christmas products on the other side. Those capitalists will cash in on anything. But this is the time of year when things get darker, and there's no doubt that musicians throughout the ages have often enjoyed focusing on the dark side, on the weird or the eerie or the creepy or the spooky. So I'm going to show you 6 spooky records from my collection. And the first one is by that alchemist of sound, Joe Meek. It's a production of a song by the Moontrekkers, and it's Night of the Vampire. Now, Joe Meek was just so adept at producing weird sounds from the very limited means that he had in that studio, house studio that he had. And Night of the Vampire is a great example. Very, very lots of strange, wind sounds and storm sounds, and then drenched in echo. It's a great piece of music. So that's Night of the Vampire from the very early 60s. And moving on to the early 80s now, one of my favourite artists, the late Roky Erickson, and this is one of his solo albums from the early 80s, Roky Erickson and the Aliens, the evil one. Roky was pretty obsessed with weird subject matter, science fiction and horror imagery in his songs at this time, and really for quite a while after this. And this is a marvellous record, which I have shown before. So I'm just going to pick out the track I Think of Demons. It's a wonderfully spooky tune, and Roky Erickson, one of the greatest vocalists in rock music, and great loss. Now, this next piece of vinyl I'm going to show is it fits into a subgenre of black metal, and I don't see really anyone showing this kind of music on the vinyl community, but I'm quite drawn to it now and again, and it is the subgenre of dungeon synth. And so what it is, it's usually lone operators in their bedrooms playing creepy synth music, and it does, I think, tie in with sort of role-playing games and that kind of thing, which I'm not at all interested in, but I do like some of this dungeon synth music. But this is quite an acclaimed dungeon synth artist, and he's called Old Tower, and this is an album called Spectral Horizons, just one track on each side. Just read you out a few from the notes. All audio and visual magic conjured by the Spectre. Yes, this artiste is called the Spectre. At the lone enclave in total solitude. Sorcery is mastered by comrade Baron Arch Malachi, and these mystic spells are dedicated to the eternal dark war. Death to the opposing weaklings that stand against our kingdom. Scary stuff, eh? So that's Old Tower. And I'm going to play you a few needle drops now from these 3 creepy, spooky records. On to our final 3 records in this selection of spooky music, spooky records, weird music, occult music at times. But this first one is, we're going to go back to the late 60s. And it's by one of my favourite UK pop psych bands, the Jason Crest. I've shown this record before. It's an excellent compilation of some of their singles and unreleased tracks. And the track I'm going to focus on is Black Mass. I think this sort of ties in with the the revival of interest in the occult, which happened in the 60s. It's sort of a offshoot, really, of hippiedom, and I guess, and looking at alternate beliefs. But I think this is quite a cash-in, really, on spooky Dennis Wheatley style black magic, which was quite trendy at the time in 1969, and it's a great track, really full of backwards tapes and eerie effects and screams. So that's Black Mass by the Jason Crest. Now, I couldn't talk about spooky records or dark records without mentioning the Cramps. Why am I doing this rolling of R's thing anyway? It's probably because I've been to the dentist this afternoon and had a filling. My mouth isn't quite back to its normal state. So this is from their EP, Gravest Hits, which was a compilation of their early singles from the late 70s, when they were really in their prime as a band. And as you probably know, the Cramps combined a revival of sort of rock and roll, 50s rock and roll, merged with punk attitude, merged with horror attitude. And the track I'm going to pick and track I'm going to do a needle drop of is Human Fly, one of Lux and Ivy's real classics. And Lux Interior, rest in peace, because that couple were very, very influential in their revival of 50s rock and roll. Excellent, the Cramps. And finally, a record which I've just recently bought, and it's a Hammer horror classic themes from the Hammer films from 1958 to 1974, and it's released by that label Silver Screen, who issue quite a lot of soundtracks, and this is a really nice one. It contains themes from some of the best Hammer horrors and some of the lesser well-known ones like Captain Kronos, Vampire Hunter. Some great composers on here. Some that produced a lot of soundtracks for Hammer films, like James Bernard, and ones that didn't, that produced soundtracks for not so many of the Hammer films. So I'm going to include a James Bernard track as a needle drop from one of my favourite Hammer films, The Gorgon. And I just love that blending of orchestral strings with eerie female banshee type singing. So I'll just show you the record because with it being a horror record, it just had to be green vinyl, didn't it? There it is. Spooky, spectral, green vinyl, Hammer horror themes. So that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks as ever for your comments. Very kind comments. Hope you're all keeping well, keeping safe. Remember, don't dabble with the devil. But do enjoy this spooky music, especially in this darker season of the year. So, thanks for watching. Take care and bye for now.
a 6, and cause I